What's good, guys? It's Mike G Beats, and I want to break down how the beat was made for I Might Be for Wiz Khalifa and LaRussell. It's a crazy thing because like growing up, I listened to Wiz like since Prince of the City, so it's like I've been on him heavy. I've been to a few concerts and stuff like that. Even on YouTube, like watched his like live concerts and stuff. So shout out Wiz, shout out LaRussell, man. LaRussell took me in about 2 years ago. I started working with him about September of 2023 when Motion was made, when it was currently made, and I just mixed it. I was also working with Chow Man at the time. But the breakdown of I Might Be is crazy because it's like I said, Wiz Khalifa was one of my favorite artists growing up. We were in LA. It was me, LaRussell, Splash T, the whole band, everything like that, Yasion, Mike Prince, you know. So we were out in LA doing Saweetie rehearsals for a show for LaRussell and Saweetie, and I was kind of just there, you know, just in case like any sessions were to come up and stuff. Like I travel on the road with LaRussell for any engineering things, just in case. But yeah, so 3 days prior to the session, he like tells me, he was like, you know, we might have a session with Wiz Khalifa. And as soon as he said that, like, I just started cooking. So I probably made like 20, 30 beats, like just going, like trying to make them different, stuff like that. So I was super pumped for that, like really hoping, like, and just knowing like I got to get one, like I for sure have to get one. And so I was cooking up and like for 3 days straight, you know, got a little bit of sleep, stuff like that. Yeah, so as I was making them, I had like a bunch of them, you know, and I told Russ, I was like, dude, like I got a bunch of Wiz Khalifa beats right now. And he tells me, he was like, I don't want it to be like a Wiz Khalifa type of beat, you know, like I still want it to be like something different, but still like knocking. And I was like, for sure. And in my head, I was like, kind of like, damn, because like I know like Wiz Khalifa would like go crazy on these types of beats. And so it came down to it. I think it was like the third day that I was cooking up. I was like kind of burnt out. So I went on YouTube and I searched up like, you know, Wiz Khalifa loops and stuff like that. I ended up going on BeatStars from this dude Khaled Beats and ended up getting a loop pack. And so I made the beat and I did like the drums on it, stuff like that, the 808 bass, stuff like that. And yeah, so the time comes to where it's like, I send LaRussell like an untitled list of just beats, and he ends up picking out a few, and they were all different. And that one for I Might Be was like, he chose that one, and I was surprised because that's like more geared towards a Wiz Khalifa type beat, especially like the older days, stuff like that. So I was hyped. So we get to the session, everyone's super cool. Like I get to meet like idols that, you know what I'm saying, like I grew up on, like Chevy Woods and Wiz. And so I airdropped the engineer the beats, like, you know, that LaRussell chose. And it was 3 beats that he chose out of like 8, you know, to play first. And the engineer turns on that one first. And I'm over there chopping up with Chevy Woods, like, you know, like, what's up? Like, you know, big fan, stuff like that. And as soon as the beat comes on, he's like, who made this? And I was like, me. And he was like, I'm not even gonna lie, like he might want to use this on Kush and OJ too. And I like my head, like I just didn't even know what to think at that point. So I was super excited. And yeah, after that, like the whole studio just, you know, got in gear to like record and stuff. Like that was the one. And Wiz Khalifa's rapping and he's going crazy on it, just like, especially like the takeoff on the tag, like I don't want the beat if it ain't Mike G, like I don't want the if she don't like weed, you know. So I was super excited, like just it's crazy to even think of that like happening in my mind. So yeah, it goes, you know, Wiz does his verse and like a bridge and stuff like that and the hook, and LaRussell comes on just spazzing. So it's like this song is like, I already know it's gonna be major. And then after that was done, Mike Prince is just sitting there with his violin and he's like, you know, LaRussell's like, Mike, like you wanna lay some strings? Mike Prince goes in just murdering the beat, like turns it up 10 notches. So that's where the strings came from on that beat too. So it ended up being like a crazy situation of like, this is like unfathomable already for me to think of, let alone like we just made a hit. Like we really just made one of them ones, you know? So it's like sometimes like I'll hear it and it's not a regular song anymore, but it's like, okay, like I know it's done, like, you know, till this day. But sometimes I'll hear it, whether it's like 2 p.m., sometimes at 3 a.m., like it would come on, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll like look at it and it's like, damn, like this is crazy. So yeah, so that's like the making of it. And like the beat breakdown was kind of cool because it's like, I know the Wiz Khalifa type of beats like that I grew up on. So it's like, I did like a simple step, like 4 step hi-hats, added some delay to give it that you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff. The bass line's going crazy, and just like the sound selection was everything for it. So it's like in my mind, like I knew what I had to make for like all 30 of these beats that I've been just like locked in on to narrow it down to what Russ like liked and like thought was different. So it's like if that wasn't picked, like who knows, like we might have not made a hit, you know, anything would have been great, but like we might have not made it a hit, and especially to be on Kush and OJ2 is like a blessing. So yeah, that's the story of like how I Might Be was made, and thank y'all for watching.